Before we get started with today's episode of Score One Still One, I have a little favour to ask you. In the description below you'll find a link to a Google survey that I created. It'd be marvellous if you could fill that in for me. I'd just like some feedback on the channel and to help me decide my plans for 2018, in particular Let's Play series. And I just want feedback from all sorts of people on the channel. Those of you that watch my Let's Play series, those of you that watch these sort of Score One Still One alternative Let's Play series, and those of you that watch experiments and that sort of thing. So it would be fantastic if you could fill that in for me. Thank you very much if you have filled in that survey or you're going to do so. But let's get on with today's episode 12 of Score One Still One. We're going to be playing 4 matches today. The first is against Athletic Bilbao. We've then got Valencia in the league, Celta Vigo, and finally Porto in the first leg of our first knockout round match in the Champions League. So it's a big day. Last episode, complete flop. We're going down the drain, and we're having problems with dynamics because the January transfer window has ended. Of course, I didn't sign any players. That's not part of the rules. I didn't even sell anyone in the end. I think I've let a couple sort of youth players go out on loan. But I think we need every player we can get at the moment because we are losing games and we might end up having to use some of these backup players. Unfortunately, there's a lot of unhappiness in the squad because I can't register everyone in that 25-man squad. Obviously, with the rules of Score One Still One, I can register players as we go along, but the players don't understand that. They've been left out of the squad for the rest of the season. That's how they see it. So there's a lot of unhappy players, and then there's also players unhappy with me for leaving other players out of the squad. And yeah, the morale is atrocious at the moment. I'm not really sure what I can do about it apart from go and win some games, hopefully, and that might rectify things. Now, I did ask in the last episode whether I should revert to this tactic, and pretty much everyone that did comment said I should. There was a couple of people that were upset that I had changed from this tactic, but remember, it was because of feedback from you guys that I actually changed to started to use different tactics anyway. But perhaps those people have stopped watching now, and you hardcore people still watching the series want me to actually try and do well at this. So this is the lineup I'm going for in today's first match of the episode. By the way, I have gone for the counter tactic rather than the attacking one. This is the thing that I basically use with Napoli, which worked wonders for many matches, for 2 seasons pretty much. Well, a season and a half. But the familiarity is actually quite full because we've had the Invincity tactic, which is very similar on the whole time, so they are pretty familiar with it despite all the new players to the squad. It's slightly lower intensity rather than going attacking as well, and I think this might work better. We've got a very different looking team, haven't we, from when we started. Oblak's still here though, good old Oblak. At the back we've got Maggio, Postigo, Matios and Shenikov. Xhaka, that's Torlant Xhaka, in defensive midfield. I think he's the best option there at the moment. Sal's going to play as the Roman playmaker. He kind of suits that a bit better than Koke, so he's on the bench. It's a good player to have on the bench, isn't it, to come off. Cuadrado on the right-hand side. I'm going with Pablo Hernandez. I think he's our most natural and best advanced playmaker. Carrasco, absolutely brilliant option to have on the left-hand side. So glad I managed to steal him back. And Fernando Torres is going to try and do a job as a trequartista. He kind of suits that role. So hopefully he'll do well. We've still got him as well. He's not left either. So it's good to still have Fernando Torres at the club. Wish me luck then. Let's see how we get on. These are the lineups then. Out they walk. Let's get on with this. Athletic Bilbao, they've not had the best season. I think we beat them earlier in the year. In fact, they've got Felipe Luis. They're actually playing him. Here we go then. Can we get an early goal? It's knocked away. And now Athletic Bilbao on the counter-attack. Charging up the right-hand side. It's crossed in. This looks dangerous. Good ball in. And we're 1-0 down. Inaki Williams, great player, finds the back of the net. The thing is, I don't actually know if this tactic really works anymore because I haven't used it for a long time. We're going to find out here. Remember, the whole team are absolutely awful morale-wise as well, so that's not particularly helpful. Free kick to Athletic Bilbao, it's crossed in, it's headed away temporarily. We need to get out, we need to close down and win these balls back, but the team just look completely... I mean, I might get sacked here before the end of the season. It's almost inevitable at this rate. Dynamics, the team are unhappy with me. I don't really know what to say to the team, but here's Fernando Torres making it 1-1. Great strike. Keeper probably should have done a little bit better. But Torres gets his goal. Lovely assist from Saul as well. And we're back in this game. Another highlights. Torres trying to close down, but here comes Williams again. The goal scorer skips past his man. This is nice play from Athletic Bilbao. It's over the bar. We escape. I'm not sure about this tactic. We don't seem to be doing very much. It's quite equal actually, but they are creating chances. But if we win the game, then I'll be more than happy, and I'll say that the tactic's working. Here's Cuadrado. Going to make it 2. It's crossed into the near post. It's knocked away. Half-time 1-1. That's okay. I'm going to say you've been unlucky so far, just to motivate them a bit. We need to try and motivate these players, get them back on board with the Paul Holden-Warren management. Because they're not particularly pleased with me at the moment. I think it's time to make some subs. Carrasco's not had a good game. I'm going to bring on Charlie Masunda for his debut, so he's protected. By the way, Matios is also protected today, as it's his debut. Pablo Hernandez not playing very... Maybe Gil could come on. Can he play there? Yeah, let's play him there. At the moment, it's going to the randomizer, but this is another highlight. As my phone decides to buzz very loudly. Sorry, here's DeMarcos. They look dangerous here. We can't afford another loss. We just can't afford it, but we're losing. Ugh. Whatever I do at the moment, it's just not working. We're going to have to go attacking. Let's move Cuadrado up a bit into a more natural position for him. Cuadrado, he's not had a good game, has he? I'm going to bring Koke on for Xhaka. It's not happening. I think it's just the confidence, the morale of the team has been completely shot. And despite me reverting to this tactic that's worked wonders for me on this game, we have lost. And it's not looking good for the rest of the season. We had such a good first third of the season. It looked like we might pull off a miracle and actually go and win the title. But I can't see us turning this around. We're losing players. We're going to lose our 2 best players on the day and win their worst. Their worst player on the day is actually a striker, I think. I hope it's a striker. Sola. It is a striker. Thank goodness for that. He's a target man, though, and he doesn't quite fit in with my philosophy. But he's going to have to do a job up front, I think. So we're probably going to lose Fernando Torres. Yeah, Fernando Torres, our best player. Finally gone. Off he goes, club legend. Goodbye, Fernando. And the next best player is Sal. We've finally lost Sal. We've lost 2 really important players, 2 Atletico Madrid in their blood players. And that is a disaster, losing Sal. He's our best player. He's the best player at the club, and he's gone. It's time for the second match of the episode then. Let's hope we can improve. It's not looking good for me either. My job is insecure. It's going to happen, isn't it? I'm going to get sacked for the 3rd Score One Still One series in a row. It was going so well. And just the last few games, and also the fact that the players hate me, is letting me down. Yeah. We haven't won a league game since that 3-1 win against Eibar. And Valencia, they're going to be tough. They're 8th in the league. Much better team than Athletic Bilbao. I've made a couple changes, I've enforced changes. Koke's come into the team, and Chalov, our young Russian, is up front. Hoping for miracles from him. And, yeah. We've got plenty of players. Diego Costa will be back. A couple months away at most. What I could do is do the sneaky thing where you speak to players and just praise their conduct and say that, and it improves their morale a bit. But, I'd have to do that every day. For the rest of the season. Some players won't even speak to me anyway. Let's get on with this then. Let's just try and be a little bit positive. They do have Correa, who they stole from us, remember, earlier in the season. It'd be nice to steal him back. He's a good player, could play up front for us, do a job up front. Sticking with the same tactic. I'm putting the trust in it. You guys said I should switch back. It's obviously not worked in the first game, but perhaps we can improve a little bit. I just don't quite have the players to fit the system anymore. I think that's the main problem. As we go 1-0 up, though, through Matios on his 2nd game for the club. Oh, no. He pushed a player, so it's disallowed. And Correa's just got injured. It's all go at the start of this game, then. Will we see an actual goal with this highlight, then? Here's Maggio playing it into Koke. Now Pablo Hernandez, not a great ball through. And Valencia are now in possession, coming forwards, looking for the opener, and they get it. It's over Oblak's head. And we're losing a player. I'm trying to be positive here, but it's starting to just go down the drain. We've had one shot so far. Oh, it could have been 1-1, but it's almost 2-0. I'm going to have to attack again, aren't I? No question about it. They're just not going to play for me anymore, I don't think. That's the problem. The team do not want to perform. Carrasco, awful game once again. This is what I found with the Napoli tactic, though. If those of you that watched my second season will know that the left midfielder, the left inside forward, they're going to see a player sent off, actually. Which means his contract is terminated, despite him playing for the other club. It's any red card in a game, they get the contract is terminated. Anyway, what I was saying, the inside forward on the left, they stopped performing. It was Insigne with Napoli, and now perhaps I just need, maybe this tactic just doesn't work anymore. You know, it worked at the start of FM, but especially on the beta, as they go, oh no, it's not 2-0, but we need to be pushing forwards now and looking for an equaliser of sorts. But Carrasco is just, it's not happening. Maybe if we play some wide football. Wide, let's go for that. Roam from positions. We're on attacking. Why can't I click on this bloody player? I want to terminate his contract and it won't let me click on him. Stupid thing. We need to terminate Gary's contract. Gary. Where is he? Can't actually find him. That's really annoying. I'll do it at the end of the match. It's annoying me now. I've not made any subs. I'm lost. I am lost. I don't know what to do. We're going to lose 1-0. We'll lose our best player on the day. We don't steal any players. It's just, I need to try and get some sort of motivation now, because we are falling apart. I'm going to get sacked. 2-0. This isn't working. This old tactic isn't working. It's just, everyone's found it out. It doesn't work anymore. It worked on the beta. It worked until recently, I suppose. And we don't have the players to fit the system as well. That's another problem, but that might be the main problem, in fact. But that is awful. They were down to 10 men. I can actually remove him now. His contract's been terminated. I'm going to have to think again. Maybe I should just go all-out attack and hope for the best. I'm going to lose my two best players on the day. We're finally losing Oblak. We're losing all the star players now. They're finally leaving. Sorry if I sound depressed, but it's kind of hard not to be in the circumstances. I'm just lost. I don't know what to do. Our second best player in the day got a 6.7. No, 6.9 is Hernandez. That's a blow as well. He's actually a decent player. And we've got a massive squad still, but they're all average. So average. So bloody, I need to think. I'm going to go attacking. I'm just going to go for it now. Right, I'm just changing things up a bit. I've gone with a 4-2-3-1. There's no defensive midfielder in there, which I tend to find a bit of a problem on FM. On FM18 in particular, but I'm just gonna go for it anyway. I think we'll play the fullbacks on support. That's not quite going for it, I know, but we've got more advanced players here. We're going overload structured, so these attacking players will be attacking. In fact, let's get them to attack. Carrasco on support, in fact. Cuadrado as attack. Advanced playmaker on attack. Yeah, and these players can just sit back a bit whilst we just charge up the pitch. That's the plan. We're playing a target man of Sola, the guy that we stole from Athletic Bilbao. And we're just going to whip the crosses in. Well, not whip them, actually. We're going to float the crosses in. We're clearing the ball to flanks, getting it to Cuadrado and Carrasco, and just forcefully going forwards. And I'm not really sure what I'm talking about, but it's going to work. Oh dear. Right. Let's go for that. We look forward to keeping your promise, but if you fail, I'm not sure how many games I've got left to save my job, but I've kind of saved it temporarily. Just had a team meeting to try and improve the morale of the team. It's slightly improved, but it's not great. 2 more matches to go in this episode then. Well, hopefully, as long as I don't get sacked. But this is the last league match of the episode, and we're taking on 3rd place Celta Vigo. They're having a very good season, and yeah, they're above us by 10 points now. Blimey, we've completely fallen apart, haven't we? 12 points behind leaders Real Madrid, and they have 2 games in hand. We beat them 4-1, remember? We thrashed them at the start. It's all gone horribly wrong of late, and we need to stop the rot somehow. They are the favourites as well. But we're going attacking. Vaslik, is that his name? Thomas Vaslik is coming in for his debut. The Czech Republic goalkeeper. Sola's making his debut as well. Masunda, that's actually his second game, so unfortunately he's not protected. But Sola and Vaslik are protected. Just because of the horribleness of late, I need to protect a player. I just feel like we need to use a wildcard today. Our third wildcard of the season. I'm going to protect Koke because he's pretty much the only player left. Carrasco's obviously come back and probably is our best player, but he's not done very well lately. So I'm going to protect Koke. He's not had a very good time either, to be honest. But I just feel like we need to hold on to someone. So we're going to protect him. They've got Party, remember? They stole him from me. They've got a good team. They do have a good team. Did they beat me at the start of the season? I feel like they did. Anyway, we're going to beat them. We're going to punish them. They're first in the form table and we're 20th in the form table, apparently. And, oh dear. This could be embarrassing. And I've changed the tactics way too much lately. I know that's a problem. But when you're in this position, you just panic, don't you? You don't really know what to do, and you just hope that changing something will work. And clearly the old tactic wasn't working. In the last 2 games, we were terrible. The players didn't fit the system. So I've tried to just do something that will hopefully work. The one worry is there's no defensive midfielder. Xhaka is playing as a ball-winning midfielder, but just there's no one dropping deep, really. Which could be a problem. But so far, nope, we're not holding our own because here comes Celta Vigo, looking to get the first goal of the game. It's just too easy. Guidetti, oh, he's missed. What a miss. Free kick, I got Aspas. Oh, it's over the bar. We've not been in it so far, have we? And that's 1-0. That free kick was from a harder position than the previous one, and he stuck it in the bottom left-hand corner. Great finish. I don't know what to do. Maybe we shouldn't close down as much. Here's Koke. We're just battering it up the pitch, hoping for the best. And that's what I'm asking them to do, to be fair. But it's not working at the moment. And that's a good tackle from Maggio, who's injured at the moment. We need to bring him off at some point. It's once again battered up the pitch to Sola. You can't do anything with that, though. And here they come. Oh, another miss from John Guidetti. Going to bring Arbilla on for his debut. Coming on for Maggio. Corner. Can we do something here? We do! We're back in it. Mateos does score this time. And it's not disallowed. 1-1. Great goal as well. Look at that. He just boomed it into the back of the net. Thump. Wow, what a strike. And we're somehow back in this. And we've improved. We've suddenly had 13 shots. We had literally 0 when they opened the scoring, I think. And since then, we have definitely improved. Since I've decided not to close down quite so much. Basically. Keep doing what you're doing. That's what I'm going to say to them. Because we have improved in that second part of the second half. First half, sorry. Now we're in the second half. Here we go. Here's Cuadrado lumping it over the top. And that didn't really work. I was hoping for someone to pick the second ball up, but it didn't happen. And now Celta Vigo charging forwards. That was an interesting tackle, but we've managed to win it back. Here's Masunda over the top for Sola. Can he score on his debut? He almost does. It's behind for a corner. We're causing problems from corners, but that is headed away, and now they can counter. Carrasco having a poor game once again, as is Cuadrado. The wingers aren't quite working, are they? Should we bring on Gil for Cuadrado? Bardi for Masunda? Let's go for that. Still attacking. We're still going for it. Forceful football. Direct football. It's another free kick, and that's just wide. Just encourage the lads. A 1-1 draw is kind of a good result for us because of how strong they are, but it's not quite good enough for me, I don't think. Here's Carrasco, sorry. We're lumping it again. It's not quite working. Here's Koke, Bardi, Carrasco. Oh, lovely ball. And chill. He should have done better. For a corner to Celta Vigo. It's crossed in and it's over the bar. We escape again. I'm thinking, should we go counter? Should we go defensive? Should we hang on for a draw? But I want the win. Maybe change the instructions slightly. And let's not clear the ball to flanks. Definitely been a better performance today. But we still might lose this. Vasilic does pick that up though. It's thrown out. Oh, what was that? What was that from Arbilla? That was... Oh, what a hole. What a save. That was unbelievable. What a save. The Czech Republican with an incredible stop. And It's carnage in our box. We somehow escaped. I'm going to go standard. Yeah. It might be too late. They still might get this from this highlight. Here's Bardi. Look. Oh, Sola's through. Sola. Oh. It's been end to end. It's been fantastic to watch this game. We don't deserve to lose. I guess they don't either, but we've given away a penalty. Oh, Biller on his debut, and he's protected as well. 4 minutes to go. We were playing so well. So well. And it's in the back of the net. Overload and roam from positions it is. We do not deserve to lose this one. We've done so well. 15 seconds to go. It's all over. We really put in a much better performance today. I mean, they did create a lot of clear-cut chances, but we created chances. We had shots. We went for it, and we still lost. Sola had an awful game, by the way. 5.8. We're going to lose our two worst players and still two best players, sorry, and still their worst. I'm going to say unlucky. One more match to go. It's Champions League and Porto. It's going to be really tough. We will lose our two best players, which is actually another goalkeeper. It's lucky we had lots of goalkeepers. Matios is the best one though, so he's going to Celta Vigo first. And Vasilik. Was this his debut, actually? It was his debut, so he's protected. So, next best player, between Maggio, Shenikov, Koke's protected, so it's not between him, Carrasco and Bardi. They all got a 6.8, so we're going to the randomizer. Right then, what was it? 4 players, I think. So, it's going to be number 2. Who's that? It is Shenikov. The Russian is moving again. And we get to still their worst player on the day, which was actually John Guidetti. So we've got a striker. He had a terrible game, but you know, he might be a good player for us up front as a complete forward. I am going to change the tactics again because obviously I just realised we had it on overload, didn't we? We were overloading pretty much the whole game. And then I went standard and we conceded. Typical. So maybe overload is the way to go, but we won't clear the ball to flanks. We will go direct. We'll have sometimes closing down, basically. Whatever that means. And maybe go for the width. No, mixed crosses. Yeah, I've made some changes because we definitely improved when I changed it a little bit in that last game. And we will play John Guidetti up front as a complete forward, which certainly doesn't suit Sola. Lots of changes for the last match of the episode then against Porto because the players being ineligible. They've already played in the Champions League this season. For example, Cuadrado or goalkeeper Vasilik. There's a few. So this is the lineup for the last match today. Akinfeev is playing in goal. We've got Maggio, Postigo, Bernardo, Sergi at the back. Koke is going to play as the ball-winning midfielder, try and do a job there. Gabriel's going to play as a deep-line playmaker. We've got Morales making his debut. Masunda, Carrasco and John Guidetti making his debut, so he's protected as well. So those two players protected. Think that's it. That's the Porto lineup then. A very strong team. I don't know how we're going to stop them. But the last match was encouraging. We certainly performed better with that overload, really intensive attacking tactic. And there's some hope, I think. I hope. I pray. I beg. Please do something. The Champions League is my one hope here of saving my job, I think, because League, it's gone downhill. But if we can somehow get through this first knockout round of the Champions League, then I might be able to survive until the end of the season. I'm not sure I want to survive till the end of the season. Maybe I want the misery to be ended now. Here we are on the ball though, looking for an early goal in this game. Here's Carrasco charging forwards. It's through to John Guidetti, who's found Morales on his debut, almost scored. Good save by Casillas. And the corner's crossed in, it's not great. Positive early signs though, but the team are going to get knackered playing overload for 90 minutes. Asking for trouble. Here they come. Suarez off the post. And Bernardo smashes that with the pitch. Here's John Guidetti, he's through. Can he score? It's a pathetic shot and Casillas keeps it out. Free kick to Porto. And the Portuguese team looking for the opening goal. Maggio heads away. And that's a good goal. And it's an away goal as well. But we're going to keep going. We're going to keep attacking. There's been encouraging signs so far. We are breaking through the Porto defence with this intensive tactic, but we also give it away regularly because we're, high pressure, just trying to get the ball forwards. We're going to give the ball away. Sergi blasts it up the pitch. Guidetti's not going to catch that. It's blasted clear. And here they come again, looking dangerous. But we stop it. But they get it back. It's just backwards and forwards here. We can't cling on to the ball with the style of play we're playing. But we might score a goal as a result of playing this style of football. Oh, this is terrible. This is terrible football from both teams, really. But here we go. It's 2-0. Abubakar. What do we do? I'm going to get sacked, surely. It's just going to happen. Is it going to happen today? Is this the last episode of the series? That's a good save by Akinfeev. Koke is on a yellow card, trying to cause some sort of problems to Porto, but yeah, it's not going to happen. Giving the ball away too easily. That's an interesting ball, but they're still in possession, and here they come looking for a third. Why am I playing overload against Porto in the Champions League? I'm an idiot. And it's 3-0. I kind of feel like if I'm to go out, I might as well go out with a bang. I'm not sure what to call this episode. Disaster? Something like that. Because it basically is. Carrasco charging forwards, looking for a consolation goal. He's crossed. Oh, bloody hell. I mean, we had time. He had time and space there, and he just gave the ball away. And this is going to be 4. Good save by Akinfeev. We've actually had 2 clear-cut chances. They've had 3, though. That's the problem. And they've taken them. And good tackle by Morales there. He's a winger and he's putting in tackles like that. At least he's trying. What was that? Why did whoever that was head it? I think it was Masunda. That last game gave me false hope that this tactic would work. I'm going to assertively say, show me something else in the second half. But I'm not helping matters by trying to play this style of football. We're taking more risks. We're playing overload. Let's turn pass into space off. Right. Predictions on when I get sacked, guys. It's going to be soon. Oh, we've got a goal back, though. It's Gabriel. I always get confused by his name and think, who the hell is that? It's Gabriel. Well, we're stealing a player from Porto. But they've got 3 away goals, remember. We need some more goals in this game to actually give us any chance of doing anything in this tie. And the attacking 4, they're dreadful, aren't they? I'm going to bring Gil on. You can play 2 inside forwards. John Guidetti's not had a good debut, has he? At the moment, we're losing our best player, which ironically is Gabriel because he's scored. Basically, any player that scores, they're just confining themselves. In fact, it's probably a good thing moving to Porto at the moment. The players want to leave. It's a corner to Porto. It's crossed it, knocked away. And that's a 4th. What happened? Oh, it's offside, I think. I'm going to bring Guidetti off now. We'll bring on Chalov, who can't play as a complete forward. We'll play him as a poacher. And I don't know what else to do. We're losing our 3 best players. Koke is going to be lost again. Let's just bring the tired Maggio off at Arbilla. Another goal. We might have a chance in the second leg if I decide to play some sensible football. But another goal for them, it's definitely all over. Abubakar. And it's over the bar. Wow, if you could just leave a like to cheer me up, that'd be much appreciated today. Oh no, this is 4. It's over. They've had chances. They've had 20 shots. Yeah, I don't learn, do I, really? Here's Arbilla into Koke. Crossing it in. Masunda. If we can somehow get a miracle second goal. Here's Gil. Crossing it in. And it's caught. And now Abubakar, he's punished us today multiple times down that right-hand side. And great tackle by Koke. I need to make sure he doesn't get a red card. It's Suarez 4. We're losing 4 players today. The 4 best players on the day. We're still in their worst, which their worst players got a 7.0. That's Casillas. We don't need another goalkeeper. I mean, we've still got quite a few goalkeepers, despite losing a couple lately. Not 5. Not 5. Oh dear. The whole squad is getting ripped apart. I've just left it on overload just because I don't really care. I knew it was a bad idea going overload against Porto, but I still did it. You know, I mean, I've got myself to blame. I knew it was a bad idea, but I still decided to do it. Yeah, the problem is the players just don't know each other anymore. None of them know each other. How many players do we have from the start? Cocaine, he's going to go. Carrasco, he's probably going to go today. Everyone's going. We might as well just concede 11 goals and lose the whole team. I mean, that should have been 6. Oh, blow the whistle now, ref. End my misery. I'm not even going to bother doing a team talk. Let's hand it over to the assistant, in fact. They don't listen to me anymore. 5-1. Have I been sacked? I haven't been sacked yet, but I'm surely going to be sacked. I will go for just a couple of days to see if I get sacked. Let's steal their worst player first, which is actually Casillas. I don't need another. I mean, Casillas is a quality goalkeeper, but we don't need him. I'm going to lose my 5 best players. First of all, Gabriel. Off he goes. I mean, I protected Koke in the last game, but he's been lost in the next game anyway, so he's second to go. 3 more. Akinfeev. So it's kind of good that we've got Casillas, I suppose, because we have actually just replaced a goalkeeper. 2 more. Blimey, it's between 3 players with 6.4s. Postigo, Carrasco and Gil. 2 of those 3 will be lost. That's not good, is it? Right. Number 3 and number 1. So that's Postigo and Gil. Oh, we hang on to Carrasco for the time being then. It doesn't look like I'm going to be sacked. Casillas has just come in and he could be club captain straight away. Let's do it. Let's just do it. He used to play for Real Madrid and now he's playing for Atletico Madrid. I don't think I'm going to get sacked today. So, there's going to be an episode 13 at least. And in the next episode, we will be taking on Lejanes, Girona. We have to be beating those 2. Where are they? 16th, 19th in the table. Real Sociedad 18th in the table. And then Villarreal top of the table. But the next 3 league games, and if I don't win them, there's no hope. It was going so well, and then just you lose a couple players and it's just a spiralling horribleness after that. Around this point we were losing our best players and we've just been left with average players. Really frustrating. So thanks for watching today's episode despite it being, well, 4 losses. But until next time, enjoy FM18 and I'll see you very soon.